Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about the saying, you do not know what you have until it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You do not know what you have till it's gone. And it's a great statement for us, you know, and I guess it could be for the opposition too, depending on how they actually want to perceive it, which I know how they're going to perceive it, but to some degree it is kind of a good thing for them too as well, you know what I'm saying? So with the statement of you don't know what you have till it's gone, right? You have to process it in a more lower and simple form first, meaning something you like to eat, or when you was little, a toy or something you like to play with. And once that toy or item was removed, you realize, depending on how much you valued it, you realize, oh shit, I really did enjoy that toy. You know, I really would like to get another one that's similar to that. Or when that toy is gone, you'll realize, oh shit, I had all these other toys over here that I've been playing with. Or it opened a new portal for you to actually access a new toy. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to these statements, you don't know what you have till it's gone. The opposition loves to use this saying as if we are going to be missing out. So like this is one of them statements that gets thrown out as like a threat with no real weight, value, or substance within it. So it's kind of like a really big feather. Imagine the biggest feather you can think of, and somebody slapped you with it. 10 times out of 10, it's still not going to hurt. It's just a bigger feather, you know, unless you're getting hit with the actual bone piece, you know what I'm saying, or whatever part they want to call it that connect all the feathers. But outside that, the feather part, it changes in size, but as far as the impact, it doesn't affect you the same. So a lot of these beings on the opposite side of the spectrum, they love to throw these blind threats out there as if, oh, okay, you're gonna need them for this ride, or you're gonna need them for those extra couple dollars, or you're gonna need them for this information, or you're gonna need them to do that or this for you. And once they're gone, it's almost as if you're going to crumble and start falling apart. Now, that is very true only when it comes from our team. So that's where they get the twist at. When we separate ourselves and they don't know what they have till it's gone, they actually do start to crumble and disintegrate, to make shittier and shittier decisions. Their whole vibration, it sits down in the lowest place possible, because we were the only ones that was pulling them up, or we were strong enough to hold them up while they was trying to pull on to us. You know what I'm saying? So once we start understanding, like, a lot of these sayings and things, they just flipped it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like taking this dock right here, and it was, you know, it's built for good because we wanted to stand a little bit further over water. We borrowed some of the trees, we planted, we did our thing, we molded it, boom, deck here. Now what the opposition would do is they would come along and say, you know what, nobody's allowed on this deck, or they'll put a chain at the front of it, and now you have to pay some kind of admission fee. You know what I'm saying? They'll figure out some kind of way to monetize it, to make it with you. And that's no different than the apple. You know, the apple with Adam and Eve, the apple wasn't the issue. The issue was with the entity controlling the female. You know what I'm saying? So we should understand that they will take a lot of our tactics, about 98% of them, and flip them with you. So for us, it feels great knowing that, all right, we gave y'all all the time, space, and energy that we could possibly give y'all, and then it came at the detriment of us hurting ourselves and harming ourselves, because now we're feeling drained. We done went into our reserve tanks. We don't even have extra energy to do the other things that we basically normally do on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So now when we remove ourselves, now they are actually seeing that they didn't recognize or value what they had until it was gone. But even then, dealing with the opposition, right, they know. So it's not like they're blind to what's going on. They have a clear understanding of it. So with that being the case, you have to know that a lot of that shit be being done intentionally. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is done intentionally. You just have to read in between the lines. You have to use your discernment, your intuition. You have to use all your sensories. You have to level up your processor. You have to do all of these things. All of them. All of them. All of them. All of them. Because the statement flows amazing for us. They don't know what they have till it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's if we're looking at it at beings or even with jobs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us work these bullshit ass plantation jobs. You know what I'm saying? If you at a plantation, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, they're not gonna value your ability in you as a being until you are actually removed from the situation. But because it's a system, they just replace it, and they just replace you as a robotic structure. You know what I'm saying? So they will not process and operate the same way as us. They just enjoy taking our sayings, our quotes, our values, our principles, morals, anything that has our sauce on it. They want to take it and tamper with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you see a beautiful flower over here, they'll go over there and rip a few petals off of it. You know what I'm saying? This deck right here, they gonna kick a few of these boards out. You know what I'm saying? Might even punch a few holes in to try to get somebody to slip through. But you don't know what you got until it's gone, you know? When you flip that and you want to look at it on the reverse side, for us, when we're growing and ascending, or we're just running into these beings for the first time, we don't know that we have ourselves until the motherfuckers is gone. We don't know that we have ourselves until these motherfuckers is gone, because they absorb and they take so much energy and life force from you. You know, you're constantly having to put energy into booting them. You know, it's kind of like we are like one of those wireless cell phone chargers or wireless charging cases that they have for the phones. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we in the pocket, they gonna be it's gonna be full of charge, it's gonna be full of life. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna be making witchy decisions, but because we're in the space, they have a little bit of spiritual protection. You know what I'm saying? And we're kind of helping them out in that space, which there's nothing wrong with it if motherfuckers is really trying to make that transition and shift. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind going to jump in if I see one of my brothers or somebody I know getting jumped, and I gotta go jump in it and take a couple blows and hits myself to kind of emphasize my energy, show that I got this motherfucker back, and to make sure that they can get out of it halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like I'm gonna go in there and wreck shop on everything, but I know the work that I put in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we already understand they like to take our tools and flip them. You know what I'm saying? You go pick up a hammer, it's gonna have some glue or some shit on it stuck to it. So now you got the right tool, but now you have to figure out, oh shit, all right, how do I get this off my hand so I can use this hand and pick up my other tools so I can continue to build? It's been a lot of magic and witchcraft being worked on us. It has been, it's continuously being worked on us. So these are like some basic things that we should just be mindful of. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you got until it's gone. And for a lot of things, we never even fucking needed them. To a lot of beings, they never even really needed to be in our space, but for us to learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because everything happens for a reason. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, well, when you deal with that witchy person, it was by accident or, you know, coincidence. No. we're supposed to deal with these witchy motherfuckers. One, because it's a reflective situation. For two, it's letting us know that it's a motherfucking war going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And for three, it's going to help you process which team you're on. You know what I'm saying? So it's all these little tools and tactics that all just kind of go hand in hand when you in this space and you're self-aware at the highest degree you possibly can be. Because when you are, then you're going to be reprocessing, relooking at everything from every angle you possibly can. You know, you're going to put yourself in those shoes over there and then process it from that angle and how you will respond and react. If it was engaging, you're going to put your shoes, you know, these shoes on over here and do the same thing over there. So just understanding that you never know what you got till it's gone. For us, light beings, we take all of this as a learning lesson. But for the opposition, when they make these statements, they use it as a threat and they're using it as a weapon, you know, because they feel as if though we're weak or we're submissive or we're just incapable or we just so damn dependent on them that we're not going to be able to operate and function if we're not in their space or if they're not doing these things that they're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Some of them come into your life to take charge of some task for you, so that way they have the full responsibility, your full trust in that position, and all of a sudden they can retract whenever they want to. So now you're kind of stuck like, oh shit, well they just was doing this for me for a couple months, or they was doing this for me for a couple weeks or a couple days, and now it's like, they just retracted, all the wishy shit just happened. So now all of a sudden now you back in the spiritual space. Damn, all right, well I'm gonna get 1 2 3 4 A B C D done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have this person, and now you're going through this whole thing all over again. You know what I'm saying? But we all have cycles, so it's just once again being aware of the cycles that we are going through as well too. You know what I'm saying? And just being mindful of where you are receiving your information. You know what I'm saying? If somebody never did nothing, not did anything to you, and you getting this information, you walked into the store and you see them, and it's like, oh shit, I should punch them in the face right now. And no energy was directed towards you. You didn't see them doing anything with you or feeling anything with you. 10 times out of 10, that's going to be the other team doing that. 10 times out of 10, that's going to be the other team feeding that information over. You know what I'm saying? And when you get those side thoughts, you just have to understand that that shit is not you processing that. It comes through you. So when that weird shit come through, and you know it's them, the opposition, because if you're on the right team, it's gonna feel, and you're gonna know, because when you're on the right team, it's gonna feel a little bit offsetting. You know, it's not gonna feel the most pleasant. Kind of like if you get over on somebody for a couple dollars, or for a snack or a meal or a plate or anything that's small like that. You know what I'm saying? We still feel that, so we already know what time it is in that department. But I ain't want to run it up too long. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of the tactics that's being used out here. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you got till it's gone. Yes. Weigh your shit out. It's always learning lessons to be taught in between the process. You know what I'm saying? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.